is going on, you guys? Welcome to One of Each, the Dumb and Hungry podcast, where we talk about our food adventures and our favorite food groups. I'm Angelo, the Dumb and Hungry.
And I'm Jamie, I'm not dumb.
Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing all right. Hey, Amy, how's it going? You definitely are not dumb. I can assure you that.
It's funny because we kind of rehearsed this, and I was like, he says he's dumb and hungry, but I know that's your name, but I was like, and I'm not dumb.
You certainly are not, but we're glad to have you. Welcome back once again.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't even think I'd be here 2 times in a row, so I'm impressing myself.
You got a better batting average than my child, I'll tell you that right now. So
we won't hold that against him.
No, we won't. But Mike, I hope you're doing okay. Hope you're still alive out there. So that's fine. Whatever. We didn't, not like we had any grand plans or anything laid out. So I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
Well, what's going on with you, Jamie?
Nothing. I just returned from work. And pleasantly surprised since I am on an academic schedule, which no restaurants, unless you are on an academic campus, no, but you get a half day.
Oh, yeah.
So you're only open half a day, and then you have the Monday off. And so I have a 3-day weekend, so that's very nice.
Beautiful.
Very excited about that. Like, I should be getting ready for the week, getting myself mentally prepared, and I get to put that off for another 24 hours.
It must be nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Good. Well, we did get to take advantage of that time because we don't have to rush right into anything. We don't have to worry about the Sunday scaries or anything like waking up for Monday or anything like that. So it's nice to have that day off, and so I think we took advantage of that, and we made some plans to meet up.
We made some plans to go to a restaurant, which we did not go to today. Not
today, but someday soon, I can tell you. But that's okay. Again, my child, we're not holding it against you. So, but remind me, what did we originally have planned? To do.
I just know we were going to go to some sort of Asian restaurant because Lunar New Year's is upon us. So I was like, oh, we should do some foods for Lunar New Year's. So you had got some reservations to a restaurant. I don't want to say because it's like we're going to probably go there at some point.
No,
so
we will.
I don't want to upset the 3 people that listen to this podcast.
That's very generous.
The 3 people, including us, that we listen to it.
That's right.
So I think last night I ended up putting a last minute edition of Needle.
Mm-hmm.
Of Needle in Silver Lake.
And so I'm glad you did because that is what ended up happening. Instead. So. While we'll look forward to wherever we'll be going, I don't know, where we had originally planned, I'm glad we ended up going here instead, ending up here, because we'll be talking about that pretty shortly. So, you got a guest with you?
Oh, yeah. No, it's like my dog. She's off on stage right. She didn't make it into the frame, but she's sleeping next to us.
Well, she's welcome to jump in if she wants to. Cool. Well, all right. But thanks again, Jamie, for being here. And thanks, everyone, for joining us as we talk about our food adventures, our local spots, and pop-ups with good food and good people. So today we just kind of want to talk about, again, like a very casual Sunday, almost kind of a gloomy Sunday. The weather's just... Yeah,
the rain is about to start. Yesterday, rained all day, I believe. And then tomorrow, I believe it's going to rain even more.
Yeah. So I think we were lucky today to go out when it was not torrential.
Yeah, just no sun, which sucks. But honestly, I kind of like these days. I was just thinking I wish it was hotter, but it's when it's hot, it's oh, this sucks. I wish it was colder. So it's grass is greener on the other side.
We're just never happy.
When we were in the restaurant, I heard I don't know, their parents or a couple, but one of them was already talking about the end of daylight savings times. And I was just like, God damn it. Let's just take one fucking day at a time, please.
Yeah. I know.
I could hear him being oh, you lose 1 hour of sleep, but you get 1 day of sunlight, and I'd rather have that. And I'm just We just had daylight savings time start like 2 months ago, so we still have a while.
Yeah, there's still a little ways to go.
It's just get a grip, people. Like you're half in, you're half out. Can't wait to get in, you can't wait to get out. I don't know. I'm trying to take my time and enjoy things as well, like these days off.
Exactly.
Yeah, I used to get kind of angry once it would be like Sunday or. When I was working other restaurants, I'll call it my McJob because it's so terrible. Like, like my Tuesday, I'd already be pissed because like, I have to get into work Wednesday. And it's like, I don't know, we got to stop being like that, I think, and just try to control what we can control.
I think so.
I don't know. Just like hearing that just made me like, come on, man. It's like barely January.
Yeah, get a grip, people.
Yeah, 2023 just started.
Well, I think we tried to make the most of today. What we could do, and I think we'll talk about that very soon. And I think it turned out pretty well. I gotta say. Actually, before we continue, can you hand me that? I think you made that was something that you.
I made desserts. I'm actually it's kind of like a rule, like you never try new recipes out for dinner party days or whatever. So I needed to kind of satellite and I don't make desserts, and I don't make desserts.
You're not sweet.
So I made a s'mores bar. So I made the crust, the ganache. The only thing I did not make was the marshmallows or the actual chocolate.
Well, I think it looks pretty good. So I think you had mentioned that you were trying to make this recipe without a particular ingredient. Or something.
Yeah. So there's apparently an egg shortage. Eggs are going for like an insane, like absorbent amount right now. I think what a dozen eggs used to be $3, $2.
If that, yeah.
Is now going upwards to $7.
It's insane.
I think a friend of mine went to a farmer's market in Pasadena. It was $24.
Oh my god! What?
No, I'm sorry. It was $10 for a pallet of 24 eggs. That's still a lot of money. I mean, granted, it's like organic, I guess, because it's at the farmer's market, but it's still expensive.
It's expensive.
So, I kind of wanted to put that constraint that I don't use eggs because I would rather use that for breakfast.
Yeah, same.
Because I only get paid once a month still. That's that's a stream of protein that can be sustained for a whole month. So I figured. So I looked at this recipe, and it's butter. Butter can still be on sale.
Butter's good.
Yeah, there's graham crackers. There's I've never made ganache, so I was very excited about that.
Yeah.
However, for some reason there weren't miniature marshmallows, and I noticed jumbo was available. But now looking at it, like part of my notes is like you have to use mini marshmallows because it melts better.
Okay. Well, I get it, but I'm still eating it. And
I mean, you're eating it. I know it's good. Like it's good, but it's like ugly delicious, and I want them to be like really nice, perfect little squares for this party, you know.
Well, you'll know now.
Yeah, there's like I said, like I took a lot of notes. What's nice is like I can make the crust up to 4 days before. I can even make the ganache and set that to where maybe the day of the party or the night before I can just finish off the marshmallows and then cut. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Well, it's a 10 out of 10. So.
Thank you. I don't do desserts at all.
Yeah, sure. No, I get
it. I grew up like my mom like never made desserts. She always made like egg rolls and like pancit and stuff like that. Like I don't know, is that a Filipino thing? Like Filipinos just don't. They do sweet, but not like chocolate.
Yeah.
It's like coconut milk or whatever. But even then, like my mom would never really do that.
Fruit salad,
Yeah, the fruit salad with the dole fruit, like the fruit salad with no actual fruit.
That's right.
And a lot of condensed milk and sour cream.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, like I never actually really made desserts. So it gets me a little like nervous. Also, because you can't really ad lib. Whereas you can ad lib with soup and stuff.
Yeah.
You have to like be really to the T, like when like weighing stuff out.
Yeah. No, I get it. Well, I think it turned out really well. So thank you, chef.
You're welcome.
Nice. Well. Cool, but let's move on and kind of talk about the events of today and what we managed to get ourselves into and kind of the food that we ended up having. So we ended up at a restaurant called Needle, which is out in Silver Lake, kind of a nice, kind of hip part of town.
Oh my God, it was so hip. Like everyone walking their dogs around and wearing their 5-paneled hats and French jackets.
Yeah, no, it's very trendy.
Patagonia.
It looked really nice. I felt very out of place.
Yeah, I felt like, I don't know. I think we're kind of hip. We seemed hip. You're wearing hip glasses.
Okay,
and
all right.
I was wearing my Birkenstocks, my mink
that's right.
Birkenstocks. So I think we were like in with it. No, it was fine. It's not like, I remember being younger and going to Melrose Avenue and like vintage shopping and feeling very inadequate and insecure. And I feel okay.
Oh boy. Okay. All right.
I like the vibe.
Good.
I like the vibe.
Yeah.
I never went to Needle. I followed them because I always like coveted their chasu from afar.
The chasu, yes.
Especially during pandemic, they would, and I think they still have this. And due to inflation, it's gone up. I think before it used to be like $40 for chasu, like these take home.
Oh yeah, the
with
take home
like full on
set.
directions on how to cook it. Now it's up to $60.
Yeah.
But I get it. Everything is expensive now in this world. Everything's fucked. So $60.
Well, we try to take comfort in the few things that we can enjoy here.
Yeah,
So.
it's really trendy. There's like an Undefeated and a Shake Shack and like 2 coffee cafes like within
yeah.
the
Like
area.
every other block or something.
But it's really cute inside. Everything's really like minimalistic and clean. Like I love the chairs. And then so you said you just scan a code.
Yeah, I mean, you sit down, you just at the table, you got the QR code, and you just use your phone, and then you just order there. You know, I know someone came out to greet us and just kind of orient us to like where different things are, but as far as ordering, it's directly on your phone after scanning that. You know,
And then I don't know if you noticed, like it's not the same QR code because it's a designated table. So when they see the code, they're like, "Oh, table 3."
it's for that table, yeah. So I mean, thankfully we didn't get anything we didn't order. Unlike our last meal, dim sum.
Was there anything that we didn't? Oh yeah, I mean that's like a That's got like tens of hundreds. Oh, parsnips in the frame, cute. You know, it's like tens of hundreds of like staffers and stuff like that. So it's like I could see confusion. With Needle, it's like they probably have one POS system, one printer going out.
Yeah, exactly.
And you could even see them calling, you can see the girl calling the tickets out. So it's a really small operation, and smaller is just more simpler for this place.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, as far as what we ordered, let's kind of get into that.
Our sim is trying to she's like, I want to record too.
Yeah, I know. You got something to say? You're welcome to. Come on, just jump in. We started off with what came out first was the popcorn chicken, and that's a dish that you had selected, and you had some thoughts about that.
I'm a sucker for fried chicken. I'm a sucker for nugs.
Yeah.
Like I see karaage, I see anything fried and chicken or calamari on the menu, I gotta get it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what did you think about this particular batch that they made? Because we see these, like boba shops, right? A quick snack, really. So this was their take on it. And so, what did you think?
I mean, like I said, when this came to the table, I was like, when you have like popcorn chicken anywhere, like you're kind of like, now that we're older, it's like, well, here's how they get it wrong. I mean, this place did it right.
Okay.
Like, I feel like every piece was just like perfectly coated and everything was like perfectly seasoned. I actually got no spice, but they had like other like aromatics and stuff in there, which was like really nice. I loved how hot it was. I hate fucking cold chicken.
Yeah.
I hate having like dry chicken or mostly like the freshness. Like you can just tell like it's fried to ordered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was really crunchy, and it was just the right amount of batter, right? It's not like super heavy or anything.
Yeah, it wasn't like KFC's popcorn chicken where you're like you kind of get like burnt out or full off the batter.
I know, and you could really tell like a lot of the good detail in the fry. Like it's I don't know how to describe it. It's like you could see all these little ridges and little like in the dredge, I guess, whatever they're using. Like, it's just really...
I just feel like whatever, like, method they're doing, it's very clean. Like, they're using, like, their, like, maybe, like, I don't know if it's their oil is super clean or, like, there's no, like, weird debris, like, from the basket. It just looks like it's just not dirty. I don't even know how to say that, because that's the problem with, deep frying, especially like kind of seedy places. And maybe you like that at boba shops where you get popcorn chicken and like there's something like rancid about it or something like that gives a funk to the taste. And I'm not into that. It just tasted really fresh.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with you. And of course, the chicken itself was just really nice and tender, just a nice bite, not dry or nothing. So that was a good start, a strong start.
That was really nice.
So, from there, then started coming out some of the other dishes. The next one, which we'll talk about, is the French toast, which,
oh my God,
we had a real good taking to it.
I mean, I want to say the pictures doesn't do it justice what it does. Like, that's the first thing I think I wanted when I was, or I think that's the first picture I stumbled when I sent you that text. Like, oh, let's just go. Like, Needle would be a good option too.
Right.
Because like the picture, it's like you see this massive like bread brick.
Yeah.
And then I think like a big thing that I love is seeing like that pat of butter. And you can see it's like perfectly melting in all sorts of different directions.
That's right.
Along with the condensed milk that's like kind of like brushed over it.
Yeah.
And then there's like a sprinkling of like like salt flakes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like it's just like gooey. It's just like, and then like when it came to the table, I was like, it's like even better in person.
I mean,
it's like you're not being catfished by a dish.
No.
Well, I was gonna say we should talk about that, being catfished by a dish. Like you'll
that'd
see
be
something.
good. Yeah, and it totally doesn't meet what you expected it to be
like
in
most,
a bad way.
Most entrees from like fast food places or something like
exactly.
that.
Yeah. So okay, I'll write that. I'll put that down as an episode idea.
Looks like it's when you're on a date. Like, oh, you look just like your pictures. Thank God.
Even better.
It's not a 50-year-old man.
No, absolutely not. But it tasted even better. So.
Oh my God, it tasted so good. And then I was going to say Angelo had this genius thing that I think will be in vogue. I think some fucking idiot influencer is going to get it and then they'll pass it off as theirs, but I'm calling it right now.
Okay.
It's Angelo's move. It's a move that's going to be like used, like people are going to figure it out, right? But like I'm saying that he's the one that, like I swear to God, I've never met anyone that's done that.
What?
Like it blew my mind. He takes the butter pat, he cuts it in half. Okay, so and he cuts it in half perfect where we both get a piece of the butter pat. Because I would have said something. I would have been like, "Yo, I want some of that pat."
Some butter, of course.
But you know better,
of course,
which is good.
Trying to treat us
You're
good.
a good human.
Thank you.
Yeah, very considerate. He puts the pat in the middle.
In between the French toast, and the layering.
Yeah, and
you
then
just kind of slide
I like
it
that
in.
you took the extra precaution of taking the fork down and like smushing it.
Exactly. That way you get that contact, the heat,
Yeah.
Because of course, like when it's on top, then you got the air, right? The cold air and just cooling it down. Of course, it's only heating on one side, the bottom of the pat. But if you put it in the middle of the French toast, in this case, then you get contact from both sides, and then the heat, and then it's equal. And I don't know, I'm just a fat ass. That's all
I couldn't help. I couldn't help but doing it too. So I did it also, and okay, like so. I guess upon cutting, I cut a corner off because I was like, I gotta try what a corner is, and it was just like everything. It's like crunchy and then like a little bit oily, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And it's like nutty because there's peanut butter in
That's
it.
right.
And
That's
it's
right.
like a little bit salty and sweet. I mean, it's like what like every French toast wants to be. And then when I hit that butter on the inside, because like I said, I did it too. Oh my God, it was like another like gust of richness, and like the salt like really like lent to the peanut butter,
Yeah.
I mean, the salt really sets it off because it's so sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I mean, I don't understand why people aren't putting salt on things with condensed milk before. Or maybe that wasn't something that people just didn't think of until like salted caramel and all that started getting into the.
I don't know.
Or, like sea salt foam like started getting into the mix, you
Yeah.
know. But I think that whoever made that up, whether they were too drunk or if that's just like something in Taiwan that people do. I mean, I wish it came earlier.
Yeah. Well, if you put salt on your sweet things or not, let us know and reach out and see why you don't do that. But I don't know. I think people when they say they have a sweet tooth, maybe they really lean into that, and they really all they know is like, I just want something sweet, right? And so they just layer more sweet things on top of sweet things, but they don't give consideration to, you know, the concept of contrast, I guess, you know, to offset, you know, something that can be just overly sweet or rich or something. I don't know.
I think this is that place like Nito was just really well balanced because like in theory what we were having was like really heavy things because we had like it's like we had popcorn chicken and then we had like that French toast and then we still had like the chasu like bun. But to be quite honest, like the popcorn chicken was super light.
Yeah.
The bun was really well balanced. There was a pickle in it. And then we had like a side of that eggplant, you know, like it was like all in all, like it hit all the points of like what you wanted.
Yeah, definitely.
In some sort of a brunchy way.
Yeah, no, it really hit all the spots. And I don't know, that chasu bun, as we kind of get into that you made a good comparison as to what that was. I mean, the chasu bun is a sandwich basically, right? But you got two really thick cuts of you know, pork belly in there, but with the chasu flavor. And you said there's some pickle in there, there's some caramelized onion, and it was on this really nice kind of bun that holds up really well, you know. But you made a good comparison of what it could remind you of. And it was more like a kind of like a bao, you know, like a baked pork bun, you know, that you would get from a, you know, like a dim sum or Chinese, you know, spot, you know.
Yeah, like Oi is one of my favorite places to get it. It kind of reminded me of that, but like I said, the bun is really good too. I don't know where they source the buns from, or if they make it or whatever. It wasn't too sweet. It wasn't too rich. I was afraid of that. Just looking at it, I was like, oh my God, this might be really rich.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not too dense or anything. Like, you know, the outside of the bun is like really nicely kind of browned and toasty and whatever, but it just holds up really nicely. We'll have to find out. I don't know. Maybe we can ask. See where they
we
get
could.
their
I mean,
stuff,
even though it was like a somewhat hybrid service, I think I don't know if she's the main girl. It sounds like she's like the wife of the chef. It's funny, like all the wives seem like they're always like front of the house. It's like a thing or something like that. But she was like super nice, and I think like she would have been receptive to answering a question on that. I just didn't want to like keep her because I mean like customers are still like, rolling in.
Yeah.
But what I like about the bread was it was durable too.
Durable.
Sometimes when you eat baos, like they'll just like
break apart.
Yeah,
disintegrate.
they break apart at a certain point, and then you're trying to like, you know, MacGyver this sandwich from the pieces and the remnants, and the bun was like I said, it was durable up to the pork belly, and the pork belly wasn't too mushy. Like sometimes you get like too mush where it also falls out.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of give, and I was okay with that.
Good. Yeah. Same. And again, with you know, it's a nice touch with the caramelized onions. You had some acidity from the pickles too. So I mean, overall, like you said, it's not overly rich or in any way. It's just right. It's just a right kind of bite for that sandwich. So yeah, very cool. I definitely another good hit. Yeah, you think so? You think so? You agree? Yeah, I think she agrees. And then we also had a side. There was a side of had some vegetable sides. This one was an eggplant and bamboo. Nothing really wrong with it. Just overall a good. Just
and it was like served in a deli container, so it was like easy cleanup.
Yep.
I think it was like even disposable delis that they had. Like they literally just like everything was disposable, so it was like quick cleanup. All they need to do is just like wipe down the table and then they can turn it over.
Yeah, exactly. So you had you had eggplant, you had some bamboo shoots in there. I mean, like, and then the whatever sauce that's in.
It was like a soy.
Yeah, probably soy. You think oyster kind of sauce in there?
Maybe a little bit. It was pretty thin.
Mm-hmm.
So if they did, maybe just a tiny bit.
Yeah. But it was a nice, again, kind of break, between some of the, the stuff we were having.
It was like really rescuing us.
Yeah. Even though, again, these weren't overly rich or like overwhelming or anything. It's just a nice refreshment,
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I can't be eating that every day. Can't be eating needle every day.
Now that we know how good
they have like congee and stuff like that. They have other dishes, but we went for like we went for their greatest hits. It's like, what do you get?
Mm-hmm.
I think that if it was like raining and we didn't have other places to go because like we had some other places in mind also that we were going to go, like let's just say we're going to Needle and then we're going home.
Right.
If we were just doing that, I would have totally gotten the congee or like their salad because they do have salads and like rice bowls and stuff and noodles.
It's not a very complicated menu. I think when you look at it, you know. So thankfully, it's whatever you get there. You know, although it's fewer, it's a simpler menu, and so I think you have a better chance of getting something that's good. And I think they focus more on the quality of what they're serving there. So
yeah, and their flows of service are very simple. Like it looks like it's her and then another girl.
Yeah.
And I think that if there was possible table service, it would be a bit overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you're like going through a QR code and then from there they're kind of just cleaning up, answering questions, and then running it out. I mean, I guess if you think about it, it's like a very Japanese restaurant model, which might work nowadays, I guess now for society in terms of labor and people like being in like other places, like always hiring, and turnover. So I like their model. I hope they inevitably evolve from there, but I really enjoyed like everything there.
Yeah, same here. So we'll make it a point to go back. Again, we can't go back every day, but when we do, we'll make sure we know we'll be enjoying it, and hopefully you'll try it out too.
I was going to say, if you do plan on going there and you definitely want the French toast, if I was to do it again, like we have a next time, I definitely would get the French toast maybe last, and I would order that probably while the meal is going on.
Okay. Save it to the end for a nice decadent dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Unless you go there and that's the only thing you order.
Yeah, unless like that's like you have a purpose and that's what you wanted. Right. I totally get it.
Right. So a lot of good hits, and so hopefully man, we'll make it out there again. Again, my child, you missed out, so too bad.
My child's been on a ton of like food adventures with you. I mean, unfortunately, it just wasn't,
Yeah, exactly. Just not today, but that's okay. That's all right. Cool. But Needle, certainly as good as it was, I think we would have been satisfied with that. But I think we wanted to kind of venture out just a little more. So not too far, just a couple blocks away, we hit up a burger spot, smash burgers at a spot called The Window. And The Window actually is originally located in Venice, and it started off as kind of a concept, a casual concept to this big steakhouse that they have called the American Beauty in the same complex, and they wanted to serve up a more casual menu instead, so that it would include like smash burgers and fried chicken sandwiches and things like that. Just something very accessible and easy to order. And so they have a location in Venice. They have one at the Venice Boardwalk, and then now they have this new outpost here in Silver Lake. So we ordered just a very simple, kind of array of burgers. We had a cheeseburger, a double cheeseburger, and an order of fries. So
it's really simple.
Yeah. So I mean, having said that, we bit into it, and tell me your thoughts, from that.
I like how simple the ordering and then waiting outside. I mean, it was a little cold. So, like, I think it's in spring or fall, it would be really pretty, like, to just stand out there and hang out. That being said, I mean, God, there's so many smash burger places out there now. But the thing is, like, in terms of style and what's in vogue. Okay, so before, like, Nashville Hot Chicken was in style, like, each place was, like, it's like, not so good, or like, okay, I like the sides, I don't like the chicken, or way too much chili powder. Like, like they would widely be different. But with smash burgers, I'm okay with duplicate smash burger place because I like burgers in general. You can't go wrong with meat, cheese, and bun. I liked the burger.
Good.
We kind of had a little bit of debate about the bun, but I actually like the bun.
Okay.
And sometimes the bun does get in the way, but I don't think it got in the way. I kind of like the texture of everything.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. I had just thought that it was not to knock it, because overall it's a great package, especially for the price point you're getting. I just thought the bread was just a little I don't know, bready for lack of a better word. It just felt a bit.
Like, do you think it takes away from the meat when you say bready?
No, but I think when I feel like I'm recognizing more of the bread when I'm kind of biting into it. Like it's like, oh, here, like I have the meat, and then, oh, here I am, the bread says, and it just kind of.
Here I am, the bread. I think a hot take for me would be the meat lacing.
Uh-huh.
So I was commenting that there was not a lot of meat lace on these burgers.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think the meat lace takes away from the taste of everything. Because I'm just eating this meat chip.
Oh, sure, yeah. The edges can be super crispy, and yeah, you're right.
I mean, I like it for the most part, but sometimes
it can be overdone.
Sometimes it kind of gets in the way. It almost like, I guess the burntness or something kind of gets in the way of like everything else.
Yeah, but in this case, there wasn't really too much of that. It was just a nice smash, thin patty. And just
I like the sauce.
Top
Yeah, the
of the
sauce
sauce
was good.
Yeah, pickle and
the fries are good. Fries frozen out of the bag. We don't need to be making our own fries in smash burger places.
No, I think so. I think if you know the brown bag, then I think you're good. So, but the fries, yeah, I mean, you'd be just happy with it, just eating it right out of the bag. Probably if you had waited, if it probably had to be delivered or something to you, then maybe you need to reheat it or something.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I'd be sad, I think, if I got this delivered to my house, because the fries they definitely, I feel like they're definitely I mean, weekend came at a good time where there was like a lot of people ordering, so stuff wasn't really getting left, to be cold.
Yeah.
So like, based on like the fries, they were really fresh.
Yeah.
And the burgers were really fresh. It was also noontime on a Sunday where everyone is out and about.
Yeah, but thankfully, I think like you said, our timing was pretty good. We got a good batch, and it wasn't too crazy, to wait or anything like that. I mean, and the seating even itself, it's just like these small stools or something outside. You use the stools as your seats, and also as a little table, I guess. I don't know, but overall, I mean, it was an easy. I think it's really a way to just kind of grab and go, with that kind of food,
Yeah, I'm wondering if is that tent always been there?
I mean, for that spot.
Has it always been there? I was wondering if they put it up because of the rain or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's cute. I mean, I kind of wish that they had like a little bit more of a set setup, but because the bread place there has tables and chairs.
You're right.
And then the dog keeps trying to bump into your mic.
I know.
And then the cafe a little bit adjacent to that has like tables and chairs. Like, I think that they should just fucking invest in tables and chairs.
Probably. I mean, that, like I said, that space is used a lot, for things like farmers markets and other events and
They're
stuff.
probably just trying to save money by being like, oh, here,
They probably,
plastic stools.
Exactly. And as a reminder, Prine and Crane is just down, just a couple of doors down as well.
Angela wanted to hit that, but I was like, we just had dumplings last week.
Yeah. Well, I thought we were going to lean into our kind of lunar theme, but that's we'll have to say that for another day.
Yeah.
But I think for what we had, I thought it was that was pretty good. Yeah. So that was the window in Silver Lake, and there are other. I mean, on our way, we just kind of stopped by other couple places too. I don't know. You had some coffee, and we.
Yeah, it was like it's nice to walk around that area. Like I said, like a ton of hipsters, lots of specialty clothing stores that I can't afford.
Yeah.
There's an Undefeated if you want to overpay on shoes. No, it's a cute area. It's a very cute area.
So, yeah, I also shared with Jaime, and this is more of a personal story, that when we grew up in that area and would walk home from high school and walk down on Sunset, and before we would walk up one of the streets, like that would be a steep hill. My friend and I would stop by the 99-cent store, and we would buy like a package of Fig Newtons. And
would you eat it while you're walking up?
Correct.
As like a distraction
before, during, and after, just throughout the whole process.
Did you think like this was a hike or something? Like you'd be going on a journey?
Correct.
With those Newtons?
Yes, because we're just so lazy. So, but that's what we did, and that was good. I enjoyed that, and the 99-cent store is still there, so that's fine.
It's a cute area. That whole area, like there's some. I definitely want to try that Mexican place.
What, Tacos Delta?
I think so.
Okay.
Just because it's like it's there since 1981.
That
like,
had the
it has
best
to be
chilaquiles.
It's funny they claim, but I mean, I would like to see one of these days.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll pay a visit there and see if it's what it's all about. But so that was the Needle and the Window, both in Silver Lake, and places we really enjoyed. But afterwards, we also tried to do some errands, I think, and maybe you can share some of your plight with trying to find certain things at in the grocery store.
I'm trying to find a certain mochi. I already forgot what it's called. And then I also needed kinaku powder, which is soybean powder, because I'm going to be making not only s'mores bars, but I'm going to be making a mochi and peanut Rice Krispie treat with brown butter for a friend for his retirement birthday. So we went to H Mart in Koreatown.
Right.
It's a really nice H Mart.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Arcadia is bigger.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, my dog just tongued me.
Very affectionate.
Totally licked my teeth.
Very affectionate.
Jesus. Parsnip. She's like, you're welcome. Yeah, it wasn't as big as the Arcadia one.
No, I don't think so. I think we had gone there. I mean, mainly because it was closer, relatively speaking. So we just kind of wanted to see what was out there already. But maybe we might have had more luck at the Arcadia location. But so I mean, if you can find out what the name of that mochi is, because it's not the sweet mochis that you're looking, because they have packages of those, right? Like,
tons of packages of those.
Yeah, but you were looking for something that you need to kind of cook or hydrate first or something, to include into your dish. But
I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
Kiri mochi.
Kiri
that's
mochi.
What it's called.
Okay, so we'll have to do some research as to where if you know where to find kiri mochi, please reach out and let us know. But perhaps when you run some errands tomorrow, maybe you'll have some better luck wherever you find it.
Yeah, I need to try to find it. I mean, if not, I'd just make mochi with peanuts and chocolate or something like that. I just have to pivot based on time.
All right. Oh, shoot.
This is my iPod. Sorry about that. I was trying to not let that happen. But yeah, based on time, I'll have to pivot maybe. We'll see. Like I said, I'm trying not to trip in terms of time and like doing all of this and that and errands this year. So, and yeah, Rice Krispie treats on their own are even good, but I kind of just wanted to see what kind of a funky spin I can put.
Okay. Sounds good.
Because there's going to be apparently a ton of different Rice Krispie treats like being made for his birthday.
Yeah, I'm sure. Does he just like Rice Krispie treats in general? Is that what it is?
He likes desserts in general.
Desserts, okay.
This is a direct quote from him. I didn't get this body by eating vegetables.
I should put that on a shirt. I think that would be a great quote to live by.
Because I had asked him, I was like, is there a certain dessert that you like? And he's like, honestly, I'm not biased unless it's cheesecake. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, great. I don't want to make a cheesecake.
Exactly.
So I think Rice Krispie treats are easy, and they don't require eggs. They just require a lot of butter.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's right. Save on that inflation. Oh man, that's crazy. But okay, sounds good. Well, that was Needle and the Window again, and hopefully, when my child is alive again, then maybe we can meet up for once and actually do something together. Because
I hope so.
Because I realized it has been a long time since you actually seen him.
Yeah,
right?
It's been like 1 to 2 years, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like the last time I saw him, and I think it was before COVID.
Oh man, that is too long ago, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all right. You got anything to say, Parsnip? No? Okay. No. That's fine. Well, with that said, I think we've come to the end of another episode. So thank you for joining us. We are excited to bring you more of our food adventures with good food and good people. So reach out. We're here on Instagram. I'm at Dumb and Hungry. She's at Blunt Sarcasm. Apparently, she's also on Be Real. But you can also reach out here on the email hi@dumbandhungry.com. We'll also occasionally stream on YouTube, so you can jump on the chat when we're there. And then you can also find the audio wherever fine podcasts are served. But until next time, I'm Angelo.
And I'm Jamie, and I'm not dumb.
And on your next food adventure, remember to try one of each.